episode for this week, Monday, February 10th, through Sunday, February 16th, is There's a Heavenly Outhouse in the Sweet By and By. And now, here to tell you all about tonight's sky and the biggest show of all, the universe, your star hustler, Jack Horkheimer.
Greetings, greetings, fellow stargazers, and I hope that all of you have had a chance to go outside and find all of the star patterns I talked about last week. Taurus the bull, Orion the hunter, Canis Major the greater dog, Canis Minor the smaller dog, and Lepus the hare. Now that's hare as in Peter Rabbit or Bugs Bunny. Well, this week, let's do a close-up on Lepus the hare, because his history and mythology is absolutely fascinating. Now, to find it once again, simply go outside any clear night this week between 8 and 9 p.m., look due south, and there you'll find our heavenly rabbit, huddled and cringing in fear in the grass beneath the feet of Orion the hunter. Now, once again, to find Lepus, first find Orion's belt, which is about the easiest thing to find in the sky because Orion's belt is made up of 3 equally spaced stars in a perfect row, the only such 3 stars visible to the naked eye. Next, look for 2 bright stars just below Orion's belt, and you found Orion's knees. Now, approximately where Orion's feet and toes should be, you'll find 6 dimmer stars, which if we could draw lines between them would look something like this. Now, some people imagine that Lepus the hare looks like a small, delicate butterfly. And I agree that in a way it does. You see, Lepus throughout history has been many things, although Western cultures usually thought of him as a rabbit, even though these stars look about as much like a rabbit to me as I look like Robert Redford. At any rate, if we go way back in history, we learn that when Sicily was inhabited by the Greeks, there occurred at one time a great devastation of all the crops by a superabundance of rabbits. Thus, Lepus became a heavenly reminder that rabbits, if left out of control, can indeed multiply quick as a bunny to almost astronomical numbers. Now, about 2,000 years ago, the Egyptians said that the 6 stars of Lepus represented a snake. And later, the Persians likewise used this same serpent image. But way, way back in much more ancient Egypt, Lepus was called the boat of Osiris. Osiris being the most popular of all the gods of Egypt. Now, some ancient Arabs said that the 4 brightest stars of Lepus were 4 camels drinking water from a stream. The stream being perhaps the nearby Milky Way, or the pattern of stars called the river Eridanus to the west of Lepus. But the story I like best has to do with the ancient Chinese. They knew Lepus by 2 names. Chi, that's T-S-I-H, which means the shed, and Ping Sing, the star screen, which together represent a heavenly rest stop in the sky. You see, on ancient Chinese roads, there were indeed such roadside rest stops, which consisted of a little shed marked by these 4 stars here, in front of which was a Ping Sing, a discreetly placed screen for privacy marked by these 2 stars. Thus, this shed and the screen together were known to ancient Orientals as the almost poetic-sounding wayside inn of celestial convenience. And to my way of thinking, that's the most exquisite name I've ever heard given to an outhouse or the library out back. So, until next time, thank your lucky stars or Lepus the hare for indoor plumbing on these frigid February evenings, and whatever you do, remember, keep looking up.
If you haven't seen Halley's Comet, don't worry. The best viewing is yet to come. Star Hustler is brought to you by the Carl Zeiss Companies of North America. We're setting the standards with products for medicine, research, industry, and the quality-conscious consumer.